Wednesday.
Welcome to What the Fuck Wednesdays, where I'll be trying to diagnose some of the strangest horror films ever made, the kind which are almost impossible to review. First up is Eraserhead by David Lynch. Is it a horror film? Well, it definitely has the look, the sound, the mood, the gore, and enough disturbing elements to make it a horror film, but it doesn't follow any formula and is too abstract and surreal to give it a genre. It exists in its own world. The plot, at its simplest, is basically about a guy, Henry Spencer, who impregnates his girlfriend, and she gives birth to something that doesn't resemble a human very much, and he's left with the parenting duties to look after it. Nothing else makes itself explicitly clear. We don't know exactly when or where the film takes place, but wherever it is, it's very gloomy with a dark dystopian feel. It's not even clear if the characters really belong to this world or not. Spencer always has this unsure look on his face, as if everything around him is strange, but we watch him do mundane tasks such as carrying groceries to his apartment. He has dinner with his girlfriend's parents, and they're serving little tiny chickens. He hesitates for a moment and asks, "Do you cut them up like regular chickens?" So there's some acknowledgement that this is all weird. The pace is incredibly odd. There's no dialogue until about 10 minutes in. Most of the time, what you hear is a densely layered, dark ambient soundtrack, and when people do talk, there's long pauses between their lines. Characters stare at one another with stone faces or funny grins. Even though it's largely abstract, there's enough of a plot to keep you on board. With some films that go for complete absurdity, it's easy to dismiss them. They mean nothing. But this film, it feels like there's something more to it. It makes you go, hey, where is this all going? This might be one of the most disturbing films I've ever seen, mostly because the baby, this thing creeps me out. It looks kind of like E.T., but not only does it look creepy, it makes you feel sorry for it. It's such a sad, pathetic creature, and it's clearly in pain the whole time. To describe the most horrific scene might spoil it, so if you've never seen it and want to be surprised, consider this a spoiler alert. It's when Spencer opens the bandages around the child and sees that its body is just a sack of guts and the bandages were holding it together. Then he forces himself to pick up a sharp instrument and put the child out of its misery. It bothers me just thinking about it. I can't say for sure if the film has a deeper meaning, but it seems to have something to do with the fear of parenting. I like the black and white look. Visually, it's amazing. The mood is strong. It feels not like you're watching a film, but that you're having a nightmare, and it definitely gets a legitimate reaction. Back in 1977, this was a groundbreaking achievement. I think today, if someone were to try a similar film, it wouldn't work. This is the type of film that can't exist today. It will always be one of a kind.